Cultural Liaison, and this is Spawn, Sexual Safety Officer.
Greetings.
We're here today to talk about something very special to the purposes of Starfleet, seeking out new life.
Indeed.
Now, Starfleet officers are courageous and enthusiastic about seeking out new life, and that's just great. But sometimes we forget that every species is different.
And simple sexual safety protocols.
That's right, Spawn. And that's what we're going to address today. Now, thanks to our mysterious friends the Preservers, more forms of intelligent life are sexually and reproductively compatible than we ever could have imagined. But my fellow officers, remember, we're all different, and sometimes this manifests in ways you might not expect.
Most assuredly.
I don't need to tell you that while it is the most common arrangement in the Alpha Quadrant, not every species comes in binary male and female sexes. For example, the Vizians have 3 sexes, while the Tholians only have 1. Some species have as many as 6. Even male and female designations aren't always so simple. Our Andorian members, for example, have 2 different kinds of male and 2 different kinds of female. And it takes all 4 to make the next generation. What you might not know is that your body might not interact with your alien friends in the expected way for your species and sex.
And that is why simple sexual safety protocols are required.
Exactly, Spawn. Why, you might enjoy a cultural exchange with a handsome young being and never realize that he was the receptive sex of his species. A Terran female might not expect to leave a pregnant partner behind her.
That would be most foolish.
That it would, Spawn. Why, you might not even realize you were engaging in a reproductive act. It could seem as nothing more than sharing a cup of tea, shaking hands, or partaking in an intriguing telepathic connection. Here are some key phrases to look out for. Communing, becoming one, sharing essences, and of course, fertility rites.
Yet unwanted reproduction is not the only danger that awaits them.
Right you are, Spawn. Even the best Federation doctors haven't been able to eliminate sexually transmitted diseases, and that's very unfortunate. Now, we all love exploring new worlds and cultures, and artificial barriers can be very limiting. But remember, introducing venereal disease to a population is considered a violation of the Prime Directive. When the USS Hood introduced herpes to Antaxia 6, it took Starfleet Medical's best covert operatives 5 months to save the planetary population. And we don't want that to happen again now, do we?
That would be most unfortunate.
That it would, Spawn. These situations are very awkward and difficult for Starfleet to clear up. We should avoid them at all costs. Now, obviously, we can hardly expect you to refrain from all interactions. You can't go asking explorers not to explore now, can you? We learn so much from these interactions. And sometimes it can really help a mission too. Why, in those cases, it's practically a duty. And that's why Spawn here is going to share her sexual safety protocols with you, so we can all explore happily and safely together. Over to you, Spawn.
Every Starfleet officer is issued the case of Starfleet Medical Spray Protectant. If more is required, it can be requisitioned from medical bay or infirmary. Do not neglect to attach a canister of it to your belt during all-the-way missions. Although one may find a microlayer of synth latex to be an unpleasant and inhibiting sensation on one's tongue, the inside of one's ears, or the bodily orifices, it is vitally important to apply spray protectant to all bodily surfaces that come in sexual contact with an unknown alien species. Jane, if you would assist, please extend your tongue.
It tastes funny.
Yes, but it is very safe. Because spray protectant is not always available, nor can it protect against all eventualities, Starfleet officers are urged to remain up to date on their sexual safety vaccinations. For example, side effects are mild and may include nausea, dizziness, temporary hearing loss.
What?
Shortness of breath. Increased heart rate. Hallucinations. Paranoia. And fatigue. Some beings do not reproduce solely by physical means, particularly if they lack bodies as we know them. For this reason, rudimentary psi shielding techniques are most useful. At the slightest sign of sharing, completeness, or exploration of one's mental core, shielding should be implemented. Jane and I will now engage in what you would call role play to demonstrate such a situation and the proper response. Jane, are you willing?
I sure am, Spawn.
Good. Let us begin. I find you a most remarkable being. Will you engage in mental converse with me?
Sure. Oh, I feel as if sparkles are going off in my head. I feel strangely excited.
The connection will go deeper still.
Oh, I see. I feel as if you are probing my inner core. Oh no! Time to implement inner mind shielding technique. Row, row, row your boat
Curses
gently down the
and
stream. Yay! Let's be friends. But not create babies or share diseases.
That was very good, Jane. It is also advisable to refrain from immersing oneself in pools of gel, liquid, or beds of sand with members of an unknown species who have expressed a sexual interest, unless one is genuinely interested in parenthood. This concludes my presentation.
Thank you, Spawn. So remember, always use your spray protectant, always pay attention to your CMO's briefings before a mission to a known planet, be sure to report for your post-mission physical promptly, pay attention at all times, and boldly go out there and enjoy the diversity of the universe.